For some people, the whole living in a van is just a 1 or 2 year experiment, and then they go home and they live their normal lives, and that's fine. But I think for us, because we haven't really considered being static again, and we're still enjoying ourselves, I don't see us stopping anytime soon.
I'm waiting my beer to be gray.
We both love travel, so we knew we wanted to travel, but we didn't know exactly how.
The idea was to have one place we can use it as a home, as a car, and as an office, actually. And the van was the most practical way to do that. It's a 1995 VW T4 with a Westfalia conversion, so everything is pretty much ready-made. So the kitchen, the sink, the water tank, and the fridge. The bed. It's a small van. Yes, there's less space, especially for 2 people and a dog, but we have the freedom to park where we want. We're actually now in south of Italy, just 20 meters from a beautiful lake. What we were doing before we moved into a van?
I was living in Brno in the Czech Republic, and I worked as a teacher. I was also doing some freelance writing at the time.
And I was in Bulgaria, where I lived 11 years, and mainly working in audio-visual, so movies and commercial and music videos and TV as well. So we pretty have a regular life, an apartment, bills.
As full-time freelancers, since we started traveling, we've worked a lot harder than we did in our normal jobs. And with more interest and with more inspiration, more passion, more motivation.
But when we started to travel and we had a little bit of money, and after that we just Google online jobs, and it was 2012 when Digital Nomads, and
it was just barely starting one day.
Barely started, and the van life
didn't exist.
Pretty much didn't exist, and we just found that we can work online, and we just start looking in several marketplaces where every day you can find job offers to do remotely.
We have our portable Wi-Fi with us, and it works almost everywhere.
Yeah, we have a mobile device. This is the portable router, so it's pretty simple inside. You have a data SIM card, so every country we visit, we found the best offer and the best provider. We just buy the card, we pop some gigabytes, and we are online.
Finding the balance is one of the biggest compromises you have to do with work and with travel, because you can get really caught up in the work thing, and before you know it, you've spent 3 days in the van working straight through and you haven't even looked outside once. And then on the other side, you have to make sure you don't enjoy yourself too much and get caught up in that and forget about work. So trying to find that balance is difficult. The main challenges of van life, living in a van in general, bad weather. It's not just about rain or, the cold or whatever, but after a few days, kind of drive each other nutty, and it's difficult to focus on work or focus on anything else because you're irritated.
Yeah, I think all the rest, it's not a challenge anymore. I mean, it's 6 years, so we had our teething troubles. So thinking back 6 years ago, even doing the bed was a challenge.
It took us an hour to pack up.
Yeah. Now, I mean, everything is simple. We pretty much know how to live in a van, and even if there's something we don't know, we find out the solution.
We've traveled most of Europe.
And Canada.
And also Morocco and Istanbul.
Usually we like slow travel. So many times we spend more than 3 months in each country. So we have the time to discover, explore, and meet locals and know more about the country itself. We don't have that kind of super adventure type of lifestyle. We just like to enjoy our life, especially in peaceful places.
So I think in general, we've been lucky enough to not just discover some really pretty places, but get to know some of the people that give depth or meaning to the experience.